Welcome to Global Nicole. This is part 1 of your 4-part travel series we're going to move through this month. The travel series are all moves for you to do before, during, or after any traveling, whether it's on a plane, train, or automobile. All of these exercises are going to help alleviate the tired, stiff body that we get from traveling. So today we are going to give ourselves a foot massage, and we're going to give it a little massage and a little strengthening. So we're going to start with your self-massage balls that I know that you're traveling with because they're so easy to travel with. So you may not have yoga tune-up balls, but you might have a pinky ball or even a tennis ball. Tennis ball is not my favorite because it's hollow, so it doesn't really meet your tissues. So if you only have a tennis ball, use that, but upgrade the next opportunity that you have. So pinky ball, you could order them on Amazon, or yoga tune-up balls. I like them because there's 2 of them and I can really travel with them. So I'm going to take one of these and I'm going to take it down to the ground, and I'm going to take it to underneath the ball of my foot, underneath the big toe side of the ball of my foot. So that's the metatarsal. And I'm going to roll from my big toe to my heel a couple of times. I'm just going to kind of massage through there. I turn my foot out so you can kind of see where I'm going. You just keep your feet as parallel as you can. Then I'm going to go for the second toe to my heel. Then the third toe to my heel, then the 4th, then the 5th. So we're trying to get the ball kind of in between each of those metatarsals, which is kind of like this part of the foot. And then what you're going to do is take the ball underneath the ball of the foot and wrap your toes around the ball. Step both feet parallel and just stand there for a second and breathe, leaning the ball of that foot into the ball itself. Then you're going to move and take the ball, I'm going to turn it to the side, underneath the ankle here. So you don't have to turn your foot to the side, I'm just showing you on me. It's right underneath my ankle joint. I'm going to find that place but be parallel with both of my feet. Stepping my feet parallel and standing there. Now if you're really tight in your fascia and the tissues of your foot, you might not be able to fully shift your body weight onto that leg. You might have to start a little bit way more in the leg that doesn't have a ball underneath it and slowly start to ease more and more weight in there as your tissues start to release. But if you go into that foot and you're like this and you can't breathe, back off the pressure, right? Any of the massage stuff, you want to always be able to breathe through the pressure. You don't want to stiffen up because then you lose the benefits of the actual massage. Breathing here. And then just releasing. And all we're going to do is take a moment, stand on both feet, and feel the difference between the 2 feet. Feels a little wider. I also feel that there's an extra, almost like an internal support for my arch that I don't really have to work for. We're going to do the other side, starting at the ball of the foot, the big toe side, rolling to the heel. Do a few brushes there, and then moving to the next toe, and then slowly moving all the way to the pinky toe edge of the foot and rolling up and down from the pinky toe to the heel. As you do this, if you find that there is a place that you need to spend a little bit more time or that you kind of need to trigger point some tender spots, you do that. This is really about you sort of finding all those little tight spots in your body and just giving them a little chance to release. Take the ball underneath the ball of the foot and wrap the toes around. It's like a little bird on a perch or bird on a branch. Step both feet parallel and just breathe there. If you wanted to, you could bend and straighten your knees. Breathing as you do this and lunging or nudging the ball of the foot into the ball itself. And then you're going to take the ball into that arch of your foot, kind of right below the ankle, right around there. And then you're going to stand on that foot. So I'm standing evenly on my feet. Or maybe you have a little bit more weight on the foot that doesn't have a ball, and that's okay, right? You go at your own pace and figure out, how gentle do you need to be in shifting pressure there so that your tissues can release. You're going to breathe in here and breathe out. Sinking as you exhale. Then coming all the way off of there, you can just put the balls aside so you don't trip on them. Don't leave them out because they are definitely a tripping hazard. And what we're going to do is come to sitting. So you can sit at the front edge of whatever seat you have handy. You're going to take one foot. So I'm going to take my left foot across my right thigh. So I'm taking my left ankle to the outside of my right thigh. I'm just going to keep my ankle relaxed and notice that I'm not here with my foot where I'm not protecting my ankle. I'm all the way across. I'm going to take one hand and grab the forefoot. I'm going to take the other hand and grab the heel. And you are going to twist your foot like you're wringing out a washcloth. The forefoot goes one way, the heel goes the other way. It's not a huge range, but just enough to kind of get a little twist and movement and glide in those tissues. Then you're going to go through and just massage from each toe and metatarsal, starting at your big toe into the foot, in between the next toe, to the second toe, to the third, down through there, the fourth toe, all the way to the pinky edge of the foot, and you can even squeeze the pinky edge of the foot all the way back to the heel. Then just kind of squeeze the foot like you're just, every time you squeeze it like you're wringing out a sponge, and then when you release it fills back up. Then you're going to take your hand to the sole of your foot, fingertips at your toes, and we're going to do a little strengthening. You're going to begin to reach through your toes and imagine your foot like a suction cup, suctioning your hand into the sole of it as you point through the toes, then the ball, then the arch, then the ankle. Then from here, you want to make sure your toes aren't going up or down, but right in line with the center of the ankle and your shin. You're going to imagine you're resisting coming back into a flexed ankle. So it's if I'm resisting an imaginary force as I come all the way back. We're going to do that 2 more times, pointing through the toes, the ball, the arch, the ankle, and then the ankle, the arch, the ball, the toes. The last one, toes, ball, arch, ankle. I'm almost getting that cramp in your arch, or maybe you do get the cramp, but that's okay, you just wiggle it out. And then ankle, arch, ball, toes. And then just take a little second and wiggle your toes, give another squeeze, and we'll do the other side. Crossing the right ankle to the outside of the left thigh, right ankle to the outside of the thigh. You're going to keep your ankle pretty neutral. Grab the forefoot or around the ball of the foot and the metatarsals with one hand, and the other hand is going to grab the heels. You start just by wringing out the foot very gently, as if you're wringing out a washcloth. So you're trying to twist your heel one way and the forefoot the other way. It's not a huge range, but it's just the idea of that wringing out. And then you're going to go through and kind of just squeeze and roll and massage the bones and the tissue in between the bones of the metatarsals and the toes. And then going from the big toe to the second toe, to the third toe, even to the fourth toe, and to the pinky toe. And down, you can kind of pinch even the side of the pinky toe side of the foot, all the way to the heel. Sometimes that gets really tight. And then just kind of squeeze all over your foot. And then you're going to take your palm of your hand to the sole of your foot with your fingertips at your toes. And you're going to think long toes as you point, and you think that suction cup through the sole of your foot as you slowly begin to point through your ankle. Holding there, imagine that resistance, like someone's just pushing down your toes and you're trying to flex your foot against that as you come right back up to a flexed foot. Beware of the cramp. Point, toes, ball of the foot starts to suction up, arch starts to suction up, then the ankle goes, keeping the toes right out from the ankle and the shin bone, right? Toes not up or down, just right in the middle as you point and as you flex through the ankle and come back. Last one, breathing and point toes, ball, arch, ankle, coming back, ankle, arch, ball, toes, and then just wiggle out your toes and just shake that out. And let's come back to standing and just see what that feels like. For me, I feel like I can literally feel more surface area of my feet in the ground, which is really great to offset the very nature of traveling, which is ungrounding, right? So anytime we're getting up and going somewhere, it's taking us away from that rooting, which is wonderful. Adventures and travel are amazing. We just want to make sure that when we get to where we're going, that we feel like we can really stabilize and ground so that we can be present and enjoy the moment. I would love to hear from you about what's in your travel arsenal to keep you grounded, to keep you rooted while you're hopping around from plane to train to car. Let me know in the comments below or over on the Global Nicole Facebook page. Thank you so much for being here, and until next time, keep moving.